This is Iron Sharpens Iron Council. Welcome to the evolution.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Stan Mitchell once again. Hey, I'm this time talking about a police officer who is crying out, calling on his fellow officers to do the right thing here in America towards the citizen of America. Now, the police officer is saying that he's tired of witnessing on the TV and on the internet of the multiple arrests, senseless multiple arrests that's been going on here in America in violation of everyone's constitutional rights. For example, arresting people for going to church, arresting people for conducting nail salons in their homes, arresting people for simply going to the park with their families, so on and so forth, to the beach. And he's imploring and asking his fellow officers throughout the whole entire nation to ask themselves, are they doing the right thing in terms of doing what you were supposed to do to serve and protect the citizens of this nation, your community, the state, county? You're just blatantly violating everyone's constitutional right. Everyone. My goodness. In concerning the coronavirus situation, police officers do not have the authority to stop anyone and arresting anyone for violating the so-called coronavirus COVID-19 laws that has been imposed upon the citizens of this country. It is a blatant violation of our constitutional rights. Now, the reason is this officer is saying that it is a violation of the constitutional rights because they have no right to do this just because any higher authority giving them that directive in this situation. Because like the Constitution, there's an article in the Constitution of America that says that all men are created equal. Among these, we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure the rights government are instituted amongst men. Instituted among men, In other words, what he's saying is that, what the article is saying is that the government works for the people. Government works for the people because the government are instituted among men derived from the power from our power and the consent of the governed. In other words, the government do not govern themselves. They govern according to what we, the people, are supposed to allow them to do, because they work for the people. The people do not work for the government. The government works for the people. That's what this article is saying. And we don't hold the power over our citizens. Government not supposed to hold the power over the citizens. This is a contradictory. It's very contradictory to the way the Constitution is written and to the way the country is being run. You're not supposed to do that at all. By doing so, they are in violation of First Amendment, second, all the amendments, and the Fourth Amendment, which is downright ridiculous, stopping vehicle on the roadways to check on papers. Like if this is back in the 1930s Gestapo days in Germany, where they stop and check everything. This is America, ladies and gentlemen. This officer is asking other officers, his peers, to have a conscience before they awaken a sleeping giant. And do you know who the sleeping giant really is? The sleeping giant is the citizens of the nation, because you are trampling and violating the people's rights. Therefore, they have got to get a conscience and figure out what are they doing on their jobs. The job is not designed to be violating people's rights. It's supposed to uphold the law and uphold people's rights. So therefore, listen to your fellow officer. Think about it. What, or better yet said, do you think you're doing the right thing? Do you think you're doing the right thing? Remember, we are living in a country with a constitution where every citizen has the right for freedom and the pursuit of happiness, which is in the Constitution. Of course, anyone violating the laws of the land, of course, is punished, because no one is above the law. No one. On that note, leave that as food for thought. Think about it. Fellow officers out there, your own peers are asking, do you think what you're doing on a daily basis by the commands of higher people, officials in government, if you're doing the right thing? Have a good day. Think about it.